everyone, it's Kim here. Today I'll be making these adorable little turtle melon breads. It's basically a piece of bread wrapped in a sugary cookie and it's shaped as a turtle. The cookie is a matcha flavor and it tastes amazing. Here's the recipe for the matcha cookie, which is the turtle shell. And here is the recipe for the actual bread dough. First, we'll be making the cookie dough. In a bowl, cream together the butter and the sugar, and mix everything until it's a nice and yellow color. I'm doing this all by hand because when I make cookies in an actual mixer, I have a tendency to overmix my ingredients. Now gradually add in the beaten egg so the batter can slowly absorb it. Mix it a little bit, add more egg, mix it a little bit more. Now add in your dry ingredients such as all-purpose flour, baking powder, matcha powder. Sift this all together until it's combined. Now our cookie dough is this cute and even matcha color. Lay out some Saran wrap, place our cookie dough over it, and form it into a log so it can firm up faster in the refrigerator. Now throw all of this into the refrigerator so we can start working on our bread dough. In another large clean bowl, add in the yeast. Some of the measured out bread flour, just a handful to feed the yeast, all of the water, and whisk this until it's all dissolved. We're doing this to activate the yeast. Add in the beaten egg, dried milk powder. Stir this together. Add in the sugar, the rest of the bread flour, 1/3 of a teaspoon of salt. Make sure you're stirring this with a spatula, and once it's about half mixed, you can go ahead and add in the softened butter. And once it comes together, roll it out onto the table and knead this for about 7 to 10 minutes. If it's a little too hard to work with, you can also throw this into the mixer with a dough hook attachment and have it running on medium speed for 7 minutes. Place the dough in a clean container and let it rise for an hour, covered in a warm spot. Or you could just throw it all into the fridge and work on it tomorrow. Deflate the dough to remove any excess gas by just gently pushing down on the dough. Lightly dust the table with some flour and roll this into a log. Divide this into 5 equal pieces. Shape them into balls. Don't worry if they're not perfectly shaped now. You can smooth them out later once the dough has rested in a bit, and it'll be easier to work with. 4 of the balls will be the body of the turtle, which we can set aside for now. Just using the 5th ball, we'll be using it to make the head, feet, and hands. So we're taking one of the balls and we'll be rolling it out into a log so we can easily divide it into 8 pieces. And we set aside 4 pieces for the head. And with the remaining 4 pieces, we'll be making 4 more pieces out of each piece for the hands and feet. In the end, you should have something that looks like this. 4 pieces for the head, 4 for the body, 16 for the hands and feet. Lightly wet a piece of towel and place it over the dough and let it rest for 20 minutes. Each turtle will have 2 small feet, 2 small hands, and a head and a body. We take out our matcha cookie dough and just cut out 4 pieces for the turtle shell. Take a piece and flatten it with your palm. Roll it into a flat circle big enough to cover the dough. Take the rolled out dough and carefully cover it around the bread dough. Using a knife or bench scraper, make a pound sign on the dough. And just very lightly dip this into a bowl full of sugar to coat the back. On a pan lined with a silpat mat or parchment paper, put down the turtle's head, hands, and feet. And to pair this all together with the body, I lightly brush it with some egg wash, and very carefully I place the matcha bread on top. We let this rise for another 40 minutes. Then bake this in the preheated oven of 350 degrees for 12 to 20 minutes. Using an edible black marker, I draw on the eyes. You can get an edible black marker like this from Michael's. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to watch my previous video. Follow me on all my social media sites. And let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this recipe. And bye!